It was, a lot of it was accurate, but it just sort of like just touched on the top of the whole subject.
Let's move on to TNA wrestling. You were a pretty big part of that organization for a while. What's your thoughts and opinions on the current state of TNA wrestling right now and your experiences with them?
Well, when I was there, when it first started, it was exciting. You know, here you are starting from the ground up with something new, and you're helping build something. And at that time, Jerry Jarrett was still there, and what I liked about it is you would use old school psychology and techniques to further storylines. Like AJ and I, one of us would jump the other one in catering or something, you know, something exciting like that, instead of having two people in the ring talking for 20 minutes on the mic. Well, if you're going to stand there and talk smack to each other, why don't you just drop the mics and throw down? You know, it sounds like two kids in the playground going, my dad can beat up your dad, you know? It's ridiculous. And people, me as a fan, I'm still a fan, I want to see some action. I don't want to see a 20-minute segment of two people talking. You know, just make your point short and sweet and let's go, you know? But that's me. And I always liked, you know, like in the old days with the Four Horsemen, you know, they'd follow Dusty to the parking lot and jump him, stuff like that. That was exciting. So, you know, and when we first started out, we were doing stuff like that, and then after a while, it was like we were trying to copy Vince. We can't beat Vince at his own game. And plus, here we were, it was a chance to give the fans who are tired of that an alternative. But now we're trying to copy him. So it just got frustrating.
Now, what did you think about when you first heard the concept of changing the ring style? What did you think about that?
I don't think it added anything. I mean, the people don't realize, but when you got that many sides, the ring posts are closer together, plus there's steel cables under there, so they hurt even more when you hit them because there's less give. So that's one thing I really didn't like about it. And I'm just more of a traditionalist, just four sides, you know. I think that's what most people are used to.
Now let's talk about a character, a persona that you came up with, Mr. JL.
Well, I didn't come up with the name. I came up with the outfit because at the time I'd been going to Japan a lot and saw a lot of cool mask gimmicks and stuff because I was working for a lucha company over there. And in the States, the Power Rangers were super over. So I thought, well, I'll come up with something similar, but not exactly like it. So I did, and then WCW said that's exactly what they've been looking for. But when I got there and they slapped that name on me, I knew it was the beginning of the end. I was just like, wow, you guys didn't really put any thought to it, so I knew I wasn't written in for any future plans or anything. So I gave it a shot.
Let's talk a little bit about the music side of your personal life. If we were to pop up in your iPod and look through your music on there, what kind of music would we be finding on there?
Probably a little bit of everything. So I like a little bit of everything. I like blues, you know, Stevie Ray Vaughan, of course, and John Mayall, and you know, Eric Clapton from the Cradle, you know, stuff like that. But I like 50s. I like Jerry Lee Lewis, Chuck Berry, you know, all that's Jan and Dean. I like a little bit of everything. But you know, my favorite, of course, is any underground metal you'll never hear on the radio. So nothing that's radio friendly and watered down. So you'll probably find a death metal section with like Mortician, Cannibal Corpse, Dying Fetus.
We're actually covering Cannibal Corpse tomorrow in Kansas City. So.
As far as black metal, I can't wait to get my hands on the new Immortal.
Man, I'm gonna keep in touch with you because I have an advance of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can get you.
Awesome.
I can email you the MP3s of it.
Cool.
Yeah, save you having to go out and get it.
And then I got hardcore. You know, of course, Hatebreed. I have that.
Oh yeah.
A lot of stuff. All Shall Perish. Thrash. I've been in a thrash kick lately. You know, Municipal Waste, Warbringer, Lazarus. Who else? I just got.
Said Warbringer. Wow. A lot of people don't know those guys.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine's their manager. So.
I just saw a concert in Denver a couple months back. It was Skeleton Witch, Goat Horn, Amon Amarth.
Nice.
And I've seen Amon Amarth before. I got a lot of their CDs. But when I saw Skeleton Witch, I was blown away. As soon as they were done, I ran to the gimmick table and bought their CD. So they were just incredible.
Yeah, they're like one of the top bands on prosthetic right now. So Definitely, those guys are one of my top fave new bands.
Yeah, they were amazing.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
oh, a band from Florida, The Absence.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
those guys are awesome too.
Nice. So, as a wrestling fan, do you have a personal favorite match that you've seen between two of your favorite wrestlers or favorite wrestlers?
One of my favorites was always Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert.
Wow.
So, and he's actually the one, when I mailed out tapes and resumes and pictures and stuff, he's the one who brought me into the old Memphis territory, USWA.
Nice.
So I thought, wow, that was a really great compliment that he brought me down there.
Mhm.
Then the next year, when I was done there, he brought me into Global. But I never got to wrestle. But I think one of my all-time favorite matches to watch was Tully and Magnum TA in the I Quit match.
Wow. Haven't heard Magnum T's name in years.
That was always one of my favorites.
Definitely, yeah, that was a good one. Let's play a little name association.
I'm horrible at this. I'll rattle off more than one word.
All right, that's all good. Let's start out with Amazing Red.
Amazing Red. Well, I've wrestled him. I don't know if I have wrestled him. I've tagged with him. We were tag champs together. But good kid. He just and can do some incredible stuff. And I've even stolen some of his stuff. So, but no, he's just got. I just hope he. For a while, he was getting crazy, which we all do when we're young and get a little carried away and overboard. And he's suffered for it in his knees. So I hope he just learns to work a little smarter.
All right, Christopher Daniels.
Oh, just another great athlete. Came to Ring of Honor and is doing well in TNA.
One of my personal favorites, AJ Styles.
We can say phenomenal.
Yeah, there you go.
I had a blast in our feud with him.
One of the best feuds I've seen recently.
And the funny thing was, when it started, I think he was supposed to be the good guy and I was supposed to be the bad guy, but the fans ended up
flipping it around.
Yeah.
Definitely. It was definitely a really good feud.
It was fun. It was fun.
Kept all us wrestling fans entertained. Definitely.
It was fun. And we had quite a few matches on the Indies. We had a match in the, I think it was the IWA Mid-South, the Ted Petty Invitational Tournament. We were in the first round, and I think that was one of our better matches too. I always had fun tearing it up with him.
Nice. RVD.
Oh, we can say a really gifted athlete, and from the first time we wrestled, our styles gelled, and we always wanted to build from the first time we wrestled and build it and have it make sense to how each match escalated and escalated and escalated. And a lot of the fans don't realize we were practically married for a year. We wrestled each other on all the house shows, so it'd be like 3 shows a weekend. And he wasn't going to let up, and I wasn't going to let up, and all those matches were like pay-per-view matches. So it was a rough year. It took years off my life and my career, I'm sure.
Nice. Definitely, that's another really good feud.
Yeah.
That us wrestling fans were entertained with. And Sting.
Sting?
Yeah.
When you first meet him, he's very quiet, but you got to until he gets to know you, you got to kind of break through that little defensive barrier. But no, he's a really nice guy. He always brings up the time in WCW when they started sponsoring one of the NASCARs. The racing team took a bunch of us to Concord Motor Speedway and Charlotte Motor Speedway, and then we got to drive the Legends cars around the smaller track at Concord. Then we actually had races. And he always brings up the fact that I won the race that he was in. So I was like, yeah.
Nice. He was a better driver that day.
Yeah.
Nice.